Hi, I'm Jamie Lloyd. I'm going to take you through a dynamic warm-up which can be used for any workout, and particularly before you do a kettlebell workout. As you can see, I'm doing heel flicks. Stay on your tippy toes and flick your heels up towards your bum. Next is high knees. Pump the arms. Again, stay on your tippy toes. Bring the knees up as high as you can. Next is high knees. Launch yourself in the air. Good to open up the hips. As you can see, we're doing each exercise twice over about 10 to 15 meters. Next is crossovers. Good for opening up the hips and waking up the core. Obviously you need to move like a ballerina or David Beckham and stay on your tippy toes. Next we're going to go into walking lunges. You take the arms overhead, lengthen through the spine. This opens up the hips and wakes up the glutes in preparation for swings. That's it. Keep the arms straight, lean back, keep the knee off the floor. Next is lateral squats. Bring your hands by your ears, squeeze your shoulders back and move side to side. Bring your bum to the floor. Again, this will open up the glutes, wake up the core, preparation for most exercise. Next we're going to go into reverse lunges. This is a tough one. Most of you do walking lunges forward, but most of us forget about the opposite movement, the reverse lunge. Again, this is going to wake up the hips and wake up the core. Lean back, use your big toe to find space behind you and lean back. Next up, a different lunge variation, lunge with rotation. Again, this is going to open up the hips, open up the pectorals, the chest muscles and the shoulder girdle. Next up, just for a bit of fun, just to get a lactic acid build up, is bunny hops. Again, this is definitely going to get your heart rate up and feel the burn in your legs. So that's the end of the dynamic warm-up. Next we're going to take you through a full mobility warm-up using the 600 muscles in your body. When doing kettlebells, you'll be using every muscle in your body, so therefore we need to lubricate every muscle through every joint. Starting off with the neck, move your head from side to side, a bit like an Egyptian. Move your head forward and back. Move your head in different directions, just loosen off the neck. Most of us sit down for too long and get sore necks. Next, take the right arm back, shoulder circles, lift up through the rib cage, just mobilizing the shoulder joint. And go forwards. With the mobility exercises, think about doing about 5 reps. Then up and over, hands in front, and then arms overhead. This warms up the back and shoulders. Next up, we're going to lubricate or mobilize the elbow joint and the shoulder joint together. Keep the elbows high, punch out and rotate. Next up, we're going to do a bit of qigong. It stimulates the kidneys, wakes up the core. This one's called bending Egyptian. Opens up the hamstrings, the lower back. Next is standing Egyptian. This is probably one of the best rehabilitation exercises for the shoulder, as it takes the shoulder through internal rotation and external rotation. Next up, we're going to challenge your balance. Hamstring swings, stand on one leg, kick forward and back. Again, this will wake up your core and challenge your balance. Next up, kick out to the side. Going to abduction, adduction. This one opens up the hips and in and out the thigh. Again, challenges the balance, waking up the core. Next, hip circles. Just mobilizes the hips. Swing your hips like Elvis. Next up, bring your hands inside your legs and then extend. So bend and then extend and open up like a flower. Next up, bend and extend, moving from the hips. Again, just warm up the hamstrings and the lower back. Next up, lubricate the knees, roll the knees in different directions, big circles, and then go out and in, out and in, out and in. And then change direction. Next up, we're going to go into downward dog from yoga, then into upward dog. Roll the hips from side to side. We're going to aim to do about 3 rounds. Downward dog, upward dog, roll the hips from side to side. So this is going to open up the hamstrings, the lower back, stretch off the abdominals, and mobilize the hips. That's the end of the mobility warm-up.